All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Peace, power, and love as always in greeting. Um, Another big picture. Decide to drop in today. It's been a minute. You know, First of all, I want to thank my subscribers, few as they may be. I'm content with that. I hope it grows enough to where I can get the 50 memberships, subscribers, to where I can go live and we can talk back and forth a little more. I like to interact. I like to have dialogue, and that's my reason for doing this. So thank you all for subscribing. I appreciate it. Pass it on to a friend that you know may be like-minded, may appreciate the message. I'm just an ordinary man, just an ordinary uh, brother that's content where I'm at in life. Do I want a little more? Of course. But I'm content with where I'm at, and I just want, my goal is to have us more collective in thought and unity minded. So I appreciate y'all. Also want to thank my activatemedia.org family out of Boston, Mass, and my friend, my brother Patrick Wilson, and his platform, activatemedia.org. Check it out. It's got some good news stories. He's been doing it for about 15 years now. I hope I'm right, but somewhere in that area, 14 to 15 years. So I appreciate him for bringing me on board with that. Like I say, to me, anything that you love to do, uh, you just do it. Like my job, I'm a truck driver, so I do love driving. Uh, Now I'm more in the mindset and age as well. After 23 years, I just want to be home more now. I missed a lot over 23 years, and I just want to kind of enjoy family. And also, I want to get a little more active within the Dallas Fort Worth area where I'm located. Also, back in my hometown in East Texas, Sulphur Springs, where I was raised, and other little towns in East Texas as well. I won't go into naming, but you know, um, I want to touch on this because I touched on this a few weeks ago, and then I'm gonna leave it alone because everyone is on the Diddy train, and everybody you're being bombarded now with so many fake ads and fake just to draw you to the channel for the drama. And y'all, we got to stop being so dramatose, not comatose, but dramatose, meaning that's just something I made up. I know it's not a word, but we're dramatose people, craving drama. At every turn, we love to see the drama going on, and we gotta kick that habit. We really gotta kick that habit. But I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna say this because I was asked by a couple of people. Um, I don't have nothing to say about it really. I said what I had to say in the video that I did a few weeks ago, the Diddy distraction. And now we got on top of that this Trump mess that's going on. Just everything that's going on, but we're not really paying attention to what's going on with us. And that's why I say we got to make each other one another's business. And we got to start looking out for one another and making sure that we have the things that we need. Then the things we want will come. Y'all remember that. I keep saying that. Remember that. And let me I'm going to say that in a minute. I'm going to get there in a minute. But everything that he done, he know what he done. Look at a man. You can look. My granddaddy used to always tell me, you look a man in his eyes, because that will gain respect. And a real man will look you in his eyes when you, hey, what's going on, brother? All right, I'm whoopie whoop. But people who have false intentions and people who are out to just get you on their team, so to say, and have ulterior motives behind the things that they do. Because it's just, and that's why I've said this right here on this platform as well, as my other one, and I burned them up on that other one when I done a show about Hollyweird. But yeah, that apology, it was all about him. If you paid attention, it was me, I'm disappointed. But he wasn't the one laying on the ground getting kicked. And see, then not only that, we've heard, and I've heard this in the past anyway, and I bought the books that Gene Deal wrote. I do follow Gene Deal. I'm not starstruck. I've met a few stars, famous people. I've got famous people in my family. I've never been starstruck, because another jewel from my granddad, a man put his pants on, and we've all heard this just like you do, and that's the way I look at men, famous, rich, whatever. I've been around several rich people. That doesn't excite me. And then my integrity will not let me bow down and come out of character just to gain a friendship or a relationship or whatever. It's not that important. That's not something that I need. And that's why I say it's time for us to take our talents away from the people who possess them now. How we have always been the creators and inventors, but we have never owned the masters, the patents, the copyrights, and all that jazz that comes with creating something, your thoughts, your words. And then you have old gatekeeping Negroes like P. Diddy doing it to his own people. And see, he can do it to more of us because he can get closer to us than someone of another, ethnicity or outside circle, from as far as someone just trying to infiltrate. So I knew back when he did Making the Band, all that, the way he did people, yeah. You can't shit on people and then expect for your ass to stay clean. Period. So he getting exactly what he deserved. I say this because it's good amongst all ethnicities. It's bad amongst all ethnicities. It's more good in some ethnicities than others, and I will say that. And then there's more bad in other ethnicities than others. I won't pinpoint or give no rundowns or, but we all are grown enough to know that. So like I say, entertainers and all that, because in my eye, what do they do really for the grassroots? We don't have in this society now any entertainers who are willing to give up all that they have, and then not only that, um, they will put you into a compromising position in order to have something to hold over your head if you ever consider uh, getting out the club, as Ice Cube said. But uh, there are not many entertainers that we have that you can uh, truly respect. And everything that's been done in the dark is coming to the light. Entertainers are nothing more than men and women, period. Regular old people just like us. They just have fame, a following. They have a TV show, or maybe they sing, or whatever, you know what it may be. Maybe they're an athlete. But we have enough of those people in positions to where we shouldn't be suffering. But the thing is now in this society is, like I say, holding that over, having something to hold over your head, to be able to tell you, you better not go and say nothing about Black Lives Matter. I better not see you at no protest speaking or saying something about this or that or that. They're controlled. Behind that, the millions and some billions. You know, uh, it's sad that we live in a world where your integrity is for sale. Your integrity, to me, is what encases your legacy. Your ability to do the right thing. To me, just to keep it simple, that's what integrity means to me. Your ability to always weigh the negative and the positive and be able to make the right choice. Even if it's not the choice that you really want to make. And sometimes you have to make choices that you really don't want to make, but in order to get to where you're going at that particular time, you got to make a choice. It's like now or never. And you all understand what I'm saying. And life is not like that, just, but there are situations, you all understand, where, choices have to be made. So, um, we can either do the right thing or the wrong thing. And I'm about to get into what I want to talk about, because um, y'all know on this channel, I really don't, like I say, talk about the entertainers and stuff. I feel like that's a distraction to keep us from thinking about what's really going on, to keep us from focusing on one another. And we're so quick to, for some reason, waller in other people's pity and demise. Now, I will say this about the whole situation, and then I'm done with it. These entertainers right now should understand the double standard of being famous, having that name. Because when you look like me, you can have all that. You can have all that. But you still, in their eyes, less than. Less than. And that's the way it always will be, no matter how uh, good of a friend you think you may have in them. It, for some reason, always ends up where the short end of the stick will end up in the hand of somebody that looks like you and me. And this is why I always say we need to take our talents away from them. Take our thoughts, our inventions, our creations, all of that, because all they do is mimic it and then try to claim it as their own, like classical music, country music, jazz, rock and roll, you name it. They've pretty much pushed everybody out of R&B that looks like you and I. You know, it's still R&B, but the majority of what you get now is watered down and whitewashed. So this is why I say we've got to be able to work together and understand the power that comes with that. We see others doing it, and in our envy, we down talk them because they doing something we refuse to do. We see several ethnicities doing it. Their stores are in our communities. And this is why I say, yeah, when we start to rebuild our communities, we have to self-police, because we have to know everybody that's coming into the community. It's just a must if we want to create the peace that we really want. And I mean everybody. And just like they're in a mad state of gentrification right now, I feel the same way. I'm not even mad at them. I just trip because what are they running from? They can't run from each other. That's what they need to be running from, because they are always the perpetrators of the most heinous crimes and always can seem to get away with it, or if punished, you know, it's a real light sentence. And I often wonder if they really even go to jail. But that's another show. We definitely have got to prepare ourselves. We are in Revelation, and let me throw it in. This is in my title. Revelation, we need each other. The revolution is at hand and in the palm of ours. We just don't understand how close we are. And when I say revolution, revolution doesn't mean pick up your guns, let's go. It's a whole lot more to a revolution. And before that even happens, if it even happens, because I have often said to several people, and it made them think, you know, and when I thought of it, it made me think. And this was a thought given to me. But I was just sitting around one day and I was like, if we really do what we need to do, a revolution won't even take place. The revolution will be taking place. And that's why I say there's so much more to a revolution. Now, revolution comes with self-defense, of course. We've learned throughout history that revolution and taking ownership and building amongst ourselves, they hate to see that. They hate to see us break away from their system. And this is why I always say we can survive off of their system. As a matter of fact, we can thrive off of away from their system. Period. It's to me elementary, because we spend nation building money every year. We give it right back to these same suckers that's gunning us down, putting us in trees, doing whatever they feel. I was watching a video a moment ago that happened in the UK. This 43-year-old white woman talked this 16-year-old white girl and 11-year-old white girl into jumping on this 15-year-old white girl. I mean, black girl. Excuse me. Yeah, talk this grown woman, this Karen, as we call them. Yeah, talk these young white girls into jumping on that 15-year-old black girl. And they didn't show the video because, of course, they're younger. And the show I was watching, Indisputable, shout out to Dr. Richie. But yeah, he couldn't show the video because you know how YouTube is. I really don't know. I'm not going to really do much videos. Like I say, I'm hoping to get these 50 subscribers so that I can go live and have some guests from time to time, because that's the way I did on my other show, and then just be able to interact and read the comments. But yeah, we have definitely got to understand the first step in revolution is economic. And I'm not really no money chaser, but we've got to learn how to grab each other's money and then use it purposefully. We've got to start using one another to our benefit and stop allowing others to use us to their benefit. Because revelation is happening right now. We're really about to see how much we need each other. If y'all, read the scripture and really interpret it for yourself, and it talks about how in the end times it'll be tyrant leaders. And honestly, Biden is not exempt, and Trump, he's damn sure not exempt. He wants to be a dictator. So this is why I say we have got to start refocusing ourselves and be more about us. And this is why I say my movement ain't about no homosexuality, none of that. My movement is about black first. Leave all that other stuff on the sidelines, your denomination and all that right there. It's about black first. And if you really are not about black first, I really don't have much of a conversation, because right now we're in worse shape than the Palestinians, and we've been suffering way longer than the Palestinians. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't have any empathy for what's happening to them, but like I've said previously, I'm not really concerned about what's going on with everybody else when what's happening to us has been happening to us for years and years, and don't nobody come running to our aid. Don't nobody come waving our flag and standing in defense with us. Look at the 60s. Of course, yeah, there were a few. And when I say a few, if you consider their population, yeah, it was few of them that truly understood the movement and truly sacrificed for the movement. And when I say sacrificed, I don't just mean had their life taken. Some sacrificed their homes for people who look like us that were traveling and wasn't welcome in certain areas. Some offered food. Like I say, I know that not all of them were racist and are racist, but the majority of the population in this country, I do, and I don't never stand off of this. I stand on this. Yeah, the majority of this country is racist. This country was built on racism, white supremacy. So why wouldn't it be? We've been watching Revelation happen. The new Babylon was built right before our eyes. And we living in it and through it. And really, the things that have been happening, we got to pay attention to, because the Most High needs us now more than ever to unite and start to understand one another again and work with one another again and rebuild the communities that our ancestors had taken away. We can do it. We got to defend it. We can do it. We give this country, nation building money every year, every 12 months. We give it to them. And what do we get back? And this is why I'm like, why do we continue to pay taxes? And then, because I'm like, think about it. You work and break your body down for so many years, and every check that you get, they tax it. Okay, they tax it. Okay, then you get your part of it. You go cash that and turn it in or have it debited and put into your account. But hold up. Every time you spend $1, they taxing it. Okay, then, all right, tax time coming. Damn. Well, damn, you've been taking money from me all year. And then every time I spend some of the money that you leave me after I done slaved for it, you take taxes, you put taxes on that. So if I get something that's $30, it costs me $38 because you adding your taxes onto it again. And then at the end of the year, time to pay taxes. But what I've been doing all year. So find me a law, because I've looked, and I haven't found a law yet that says we are obligated to pay taxes. And that's just me. I just researched shit. I saw an accountant. She was a black lady, and she said, she posed that question. It was about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I ran across that video, and she said, find me the law, written law. Find me the written law that states that we have to pay taxes. And I wasn't able to do it. And sometimes, occasionally, I will still go back and, but I could be wrong. But that's something to think about. And then, wages are next to nothing. And while you making next to nothing, being overtaxed, it's hard to put groceries on the table. It's hard to keep your lights on. Rent steadily going up. Everything's steadily going up. Gas going up. Everything. Except the wage. So it's to put you in a struggle. So, like I say, a lot of the struggling that we do, and we good at struggling, but we need to start struggling together. That's what we need to start doing. Start struggling together. Because when we start struggling together, when we start struggling in unity, shit starts happening. And right now, it's a shift happening. We in the end times. We in the revelation stage where will be revealed. And we seeing it firsthand. Whole lot of dark, underhanded, sneaky things being done. But now being brought to the light, now being exposed. We living in a vibration, in an energy state of truth, revelation, things to be revealed, to be shown. And that's why I always say we got to separate ourselves from everything that we have been taught and relearn and reestablish our culture. Because on some real shit, there was nothing wrong with our culture. We were made to think that our culture was less than, but everybody mimics us. Everybody want to dance like us. Everybody want the lips. Everybody want them hips. Everybody want the nose, the everything. Now, hell, I'm just waiting to see how they gonna imitate the afro, because they working on some kind of way to do it. Our whole swag, they want it because, see, they lied for centuries about who they were. They were trying to steal our identity because we are the chosen ones. We are the ones that was made in his image. I was asked earlier, do I believe in the Bible? I believe in it because it's our history. Wasn't nobody in that Bible that didn't look like us. Everybody in that Bible looked like me and you. Even in Egypt, how they try to whitewash Egypt, that's part of Africa. Know that. Don't let them keep programming your kids into thinking that Egypt is a separate part of Africa. Because Egypt was full of us, just like the world was, until the curse came, the virus. So, yeah, we got to start living like we need each other. And we do. We all we got. I say this all the time too. But we all we need. If you really think about it, we ain't never needed nobody else. Like I said earlier, we struggle well and struggle so well together. We strong individual, but we powerful together. We are truly powerful together. My friend said, my barber, he said, I always remember this because it was just so funny to me, excuse me. But he said, whenever they found us, whatever they saw us doing, scared the shit out of them. Because they've done everything in their power to keep us from coming together. And believe that. Because everywhere we were tribal, village-like. And even within our neighborhoods, through the 40s and 50s, 60s, even 70s, there was that village mentality. It started to fade away in the 80s when they hit every black neighborhood in America with crack. They've always done everything in their power to initiate our demise, to eliminate us. But pay attention to how it always flips back around and starts eliminating them, hurting them, how they put crack in our communities. And now The opioids that they've been pumping over here into this country is starting to affect their own. So, you know, you reap what you sow. And that's why I say, as a people, we really got to get our stuff in order, because we going to reap what we've sown too. And we need to start sowing good seeds, period. We need to start doing what's right and what's proper for us, what's best for us. Because, like I say, can't nobody do it like us. We master everything. And we don't need nobody to do it but us. Nobody but us. And this is why I say black first. And if you're not about black first, I can't really mess with you. That's really my lifestyle. Every day. Every day. It's about, what can I do to better the condition? What is it that I can say that's going to spark the mind? Because, see, what we really got to start doing too is getting our youth ready. We got to start getting them ready mentally. Like I said in a few videos back, and spiritually, physically too. Physically, nobody can touch us. Truth be told, anything that's physical, we pretty much got that. Nobody does it better. And then once we get off in it, even without they schooling and all that, our intelligent brains that are connected to the source was able to still learn and create and invent. And they kept books and all that away from our ancestors. So think about that. Think about how, if we start channeling all of that energy and put all of that energy to work for us. See, that's another big part of the revolution. But we in the revelation right now. Revelation is happening. Ain't nothing nobody gonna do that can stop that. Nothing. But we can prepare ourselves, because that's revolutionary. Just preparation. Like my guy Mark Higgins always, my brother, would say, you got to be prepared. It's about preparedness. And we not. We don't have nothing. I just be real. Y'all don't get mad at me. If I'm lying, leave a comment. But I'm not gonna say we don't have nothing. We don't have enough. And that's why I say, if we focus on what we really need, the things we need, the things that we want will fall right into place, just by doing what we need to do. And like I say, we can sure do it. That's why I say, yeah, separation, I feel like is the best thing. Because nobody has been able to coexist with the racist white element anywhere. And it's not just here, it's global. The virus is global. Like I say, ever since that virus came into existence, it's been wreaking havoc. And ain't nobody working on no vaccine for that. Like I said, we the vaccine. We the vaccine. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's in our hands. That's why I say the revolution is in the palm of our hands, because it's about our actions, the things that we do to bring about the things that we need. And it's about self first, not selfishness, but self first, selflessness. You know, empathy and compassion for your brother and your sister, protecting the queen and the children. And I'm talking to the men, to the brothers, because the women, the children, the elderly, you know, there's a pecking order for a reason. We need our elderly so that we can know what paths not to take. I miss my great grandparents, my grandparents. Uh, that was wisdom. And our generation, those in my age bracket, I'll say anywhere from 45 to and up, understands, the upbringing, the discipline that was applied. And this is why I say we've got to take back control of our children, because they not learning nothing in these schools. That's another huge part of the revolution. Teaching them the truth so they don't be walking around here blind, living in this facade that we call America. So they'll know what to expect when they turn the corner, going left or right. So that is why we're necessary and more powerful together, and why black men need to reestablish black manhood. Because don't no woman want no half man, just like no man don't want no half woman, or supposed to be woman, or whatever. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I just got to tell the truth of the matter. That's not nature, natural. And we got to get back to what really matters. And what really matters is us. And not just us existing, but us existing doing the right thing. Living a proper life, living a righteous life, loving one another, protecting one another, caring and empathy and all that. We can't expect our kids to do it if we don't show them how to do it. We can't expect them to build something when they don't even know how to lay the foundation and get it started. We're necessary to them, and they're going to be very necessary to us as we keep heading towards our elderhood. Some of y'all understand what I'm talking about. You're going to want somebody to come by and just see if you all right. You're going to want somebody to just call you or text you. You're going to want somebody that might stop by and take you for a ride or to get you groceries and whatnot if you can't drive. You know what I'm talking about? As we head into elderhood, we don't know what that entails. We just live it day by day. But we need each other. See, we need our youth. Our women need the men need the women. The children need us, the man and the woman. The man and the woman. What is a family as ordained by the Most High, our Creator? Just saying. Then our children don't grow up confused, thinking something's acceptable that's not natural. And we gotta do what he say, not what the White House say. That's what the problem is now. We so wrapped up into man's laws, because man's laws satisfy the love, flesh, and the temptations and all this and that. But no. See, and then when our kids is doing them, we trying to tell them, no, that ain't what you don't know. But they watching you, us, So we got to be the example, period. Because we, growing up, we had people, that come around. I'm sure all of us, when the party night was jumping, they was the life of the party. It was always that one or two uh, grown up that was gonna get a little uh, in the spirit, a little overly in the spirit in some cases. But you know that's part of our culture too. And see, gatherings. We are more social people. We like to intermingle and we like to, you know, interact with one another. So we got to start dictating how we move, when we move, how we can move, and who we can move with. That's revolution. See, it ain't all just about the gun, the weapon. It ain't all about just who can overpower who can outthink who. And we are the best thinkers. We are whatever it is. We are. Know that. You got to feel that. See, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like I say, revelation. We need each other right now. It's happening. And the revolution is at hand and in the palm of ours. Believe that. We can stop all the madness and the suffering and all that. We got to take control of the direction that we head, our destiny. We got to take total control of that. Else our children, grandchildren, they going to suffer too. They going to be singing this same song that we singing. I want them to be able to put some new lyrics to it. Some real shit, yeah. I'd like to see them put some new lyrics to it. Some happy lyrics, some, you know, celebratory lyrics. We good at creating anything. I heard a song today talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, the bleach blonde, bad butch, whatever y'all know, but bad built, yeah. But that's just how creative we are. Off of that, boom, somebody done created a song. We just, we got to refocus. Put that energy into each other. Put that love and everything that we keep giving the world that don't give us shit. When we start putting that into each other, we can give it back to each other. We can always give it back to each other because we need it the most. We need that love the most. I'm not saying don't be concerned about what's going on with other people, but what I am saying is put us first because we suffering right here too. America even got some of us tricked into thinking that we not suffering. That's crazy to me. But those are my words. That's all I got. I just kind of wanted to touch on that. I've been wanting to jump on here all week, but I was really rolling this week. I thought I might have time in between, but yeah, I just wanted to hit y'all with that one. I might actually jump on here with another one because something else I kind of wanted to talk about. And I may do another one tomorrow and upload it. But I do appreciate you all. I definitely, like I say, I love y'all. This is why I do it. I don't do this to get rich, because if I did, I wouldn't be right here where I'm at. But I do this because I'm tired of suffering. And I know I've talked to several, but it's amazing. Uh, Over my 23 years over the road, and I've been in almost every state except for three. And I always gravitated, and gravitate towards people that look like me, whether it's male or female, uh, and maybe strike up a conversation. People sometimes talk about approaching black people, but if you approach black people in a same way, you won't have any issues. But 9 times out of 10, there's some sarcasm or some arrogance involved, and then you get what you get. But anyway, yeah, we different like that. So, you know, like I say, we got to work together. We got to show our kids how to work together. And like I say, all my travels is that conversation that you don't want to have, but it's needed. And so many of us, believe it or not, out of the 100% of the brothers and sisters that I talked to over the years, I would say 80% of them was, yeah, on that level, you know, that woke level, as they like to really label it on that, Trump side. But yeah, we need to be. And then we need to wake up that 20%, But that's just my opinion and my rough estimate. And that's the people that I came in contact with. Uh, but it was pleasantly surprising, because most people don't be ready to have those talks. So to be able to have those talks and really communicate, you know, these are the talks that we need to have. And this is really what I want to do with this platform. This platform is not going to be about, no garbage and no bunch of entertainment stuff. No, this is going to be about uplifting us. I'm not going to be on here celebrating all the riff and raff and drama. No, I want this to be about us. I want this channel to become a movement. Really, literally. That's what I would really like to see, because we need each other. That's what I keep saying. It don't matter where we at. It don't matter where we at. And that's the beautiful thing about technology while it's still in existence. We can use that in a beneficial way. We can use that in an organizational way. And we can start connecting from north, south, east, west, Houston, Dallas, Philly, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Miami, New York, Michigan. We can Colorado. We can all link up. That's what's so beautiful, like minds. And then we can always, wherever we at, putting something together won't be nothing when we all starting to flow in that same direction. And this is what I say, like minds need to be around like minds. And yeah, there's a lot of us that want, I'm not even gonna say the American dream. We want that freedom dream that we've always had, that we ain't never really had. So, okay, I said that's all I had while ago and went right back in. So, I'm going to get over here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for subscribing. Like I say, I'm just me. And I do this because I'm concerned. I do this because I care. I do this because I'm really passionate about it. And we all need to get involved in some kind of way. Period. It's something for everybody to do. Don't ever feel like it's nothing that you can't do to help progress the movement, because it's a role for anybody, everybody. So, like I say, yeah, I'm done with that. I appreciate you all, like I say, for subscribing. I truly do. Uh, because, like I say, I wouldn't care if I didn't get but 50 subscribers. That would be 50 people that I knew kind of thought like me, kind of had that fix it mindset, and damn it, get right or get gone. This black first right here. That's it. That's all I want. That's what this channel about. The big picture, so you can take a look, a broader look. You know, it's a lot going on in the headlines. It's a lot of police brutality still happening to us. But we ain't getting no help from the Justice Department. We ain't getting no help from Biden, Ain't Shit Joe, and Hyde Harris. They still ain't done shit for us, but now they all up in black churches and in HBCUs. And I just don't want us to fall for it again. We keep falling for their lies. It's time for us to focus on us, because honestly, it don't care. It don't matter who's voted in. Ain't nothing gonna change for us, but we can change it for us. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I want to thank you all, like I say, for subscribing. I want to thank my ActivateMedia.org family out of Boston, Mass. Been rolling with y'all now for about 2 years, and I appreciate it. I'm enjoying the ride. I appreciate the fan base that follows me there as well. Ain't nothing but love here. Like I say, always in closing, let's plan, let's organize, let's unify, because we all have a key right here and right here. I'm out. Peace, power, and love.